Lecture 9: Creative Prompts, Social Posts, Stories, and more. Grok is not just a study tool or a chatbot with personality. It's also a surprisingly flexible creative partner. Whether you're trying to write a social media caption, build a story from scratch, or come up with catchy ideas for content, Grok can help you think more creatively and write more confidently. In today's lecture, we will learn how Grok can support creative work, especially short form writing, like social media posts, fictional storytelling, and idea generation for content. You will learn how to guide Grok's tone, format, and direction to get results that match your style and purpose. By the end, you will feel confident choosing Grok to turn a blank page into something fun, original, or shareable. Objectives of the lecture. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to use Grok to generate creative writing content across different formats, create social media captions, posts, and story ideas using well-structured prompts, guide Grok's tone and creativity to match specific platforms or audiences, edit and adopt Grok's responses into content that feels personal and authentic. Let's start by defining one key idea. Creativity doesn't always start with inspiration. It often starts with a nudge. Grok can be that nudge. Using Grok for social media content. Grok is great at generating short-form content for platforms like Instagram, Twitter or X, TikTok or LinkedIn. But the key to getting good responses is being specific about three things. The platform. Different platforms need different styles. The tone. Formal, casual, playful, sarcastic. You choose. The purpose. Are you informing, promoting, or entertaining? Try prompts like write a casual Instagram caption for a student studying late at night with coffee. And when you just press enter, so here is the casual Instagram caption for a student studying late at night with coffee. So here is the caption as burning the midnight oil with my trusty coffee sidekick. And the caption and the hashtags are late night study vibes and student life, with these two icons as well, like the studying and the coffee as well. If you want to tweet on X, then you can give it a prompt as create a short funny tweet about group project in college. And when you just press enter, and here is a tweet, and it says group project rule number 1: one person does the work, 2 argue over fonts, and the last one supervises with snacks. So this is kind of a funny and short as well. And if you want to post on LinkedIn, then you can just give it a prompt as write a LinkedIn post introducing myself as a new marketing intern, and press enter. Here you have to do just one thing, that you have to add a company name in here and just post on LinkedIn, and with the hashtags as new beginning, marketing, and intern life. You can even give examples for better results. For example, you can just edit this and add in here as make it sound like this, make it sound like this, and you can just give it example as sometimes success looks like caffeine and cramming. When you just click on this save and run this prompt, then you will have the result. So here you can see you have a LinkedIn post that "Hey LinkedIn fam," and at the start you are just introducing yourself with the company name. You just have to edit that, and as marketing intern, here you can see, and it will just explain the rest with this example. So here you can see, you can just read this out, and if it fits for you, then you can just post it on LinkedIn without any hesitations. You can always follow up with make it more emotional, Turn it into a carousel post with 3 points. Rewrite this with emojis. Using Grok for storytelling and imagination. Grok is also great at building fictional content for short stories to character ideas to dialogue. You can guide it by genre, setting, theme, or even voice. Here are the examples. You can just give it a prompt in here as write a micro story under 100 words about a student who accidentally invents time travel. Who accidentally invents time travel. And when you just press enter, here's a story under 100 words about a student who accidentally invents time travel. So here you can see, you can read that out, and you can just post it anywhere that you want to, or you can just print it for your child as well. But if you want to create a fantasy character, you can just give it a prompt here as create a fantasy character who is afraid of magic but destined to become a hero. And you can just press enter. So it has created a fantasy character with the name, age, even background, personality, skills, conflict, appearance, and destiny as well. And if you want a bedtime funny story, then you can just give it a prompt in here as give me a funny bedtime story in 3 parts for a college student, and press enter. Here is the title of the story, The Great Procrastination Potion. It has 3 parts as we have given the instruction to it, and the part 1 is the midnight mix-up, the second part is the campus quest, and the third part is the morning miracle. Grok won't always be brilliant on the first try, but once it gives you something, you can say, add more suspense to this, make this suitable for younger kids, change the setting to a college campus. This helps you shape the story until it fits your response. Content brainstorming and creative planning. If you're working on a campaign, blog, or creative assignment, Grok can help you brainstorm. You can try these prompts here as give me 10 posts, ideas for a mental health awareness week on campus, and press enter. So it has given you 10 different ideas with the title and the little explanation as well, so that it will be easy for you to pick any of these. Or if you brainstorm funny slogans, then you can just give it a prompt in here as brainstorm funny slogans for a coffee themed merchandise line, and you can just press enter. So here are 10 funny slogans for coffee themed merchandise line, perfect for mugs, t-shirts, and tote bags. Or if you're working on a YouTube channel and want different ideas, then you can just give it a prompt in here as list creative angles for a YouTube video on student budgeting, and press enter. So here you can see you have different ideas as the ramen survival guide, budget like a boss, the game show, budgeting through the ages, the budgeting Avengers superhero hacks, budgeting horror stories, learn from our mistakes, the 50-30-20 rule, student edition, and budgeting around the world, the $20 challenge, thrift store treasure hunt, and budgeting versus balance, the trade-offs. So you have 10 different ideas for a YouTube video on student budgeting. Once you pick your favorite, follow up with write a short post using idea number 3, or expand idea number 7 into a full paragraph. This is especially helpful when you're stuck and need direction and inspiration fast. How to make it your own. Just like with study prompts, don't copy paste Grook's work word for word. Use it as a starting point and then adjust the tone to match your voice, add personal stories or photos, edit language to feel more natural. Grook gives you structure and speed. You bring the soul.